Hello everyone. We are going to demonstrate how our proposed solution, agentic solution for automating user lifecycle management tasks in enterprise settings. We are going to demo basic functionalities of our proposed solution. For this demonstration, we would need 3 terminals, as you can see here. In the first terminal, I will start the Azure MCP server. This would start the MCP server that connects to the Entra ID or the Active Directory. And in the second terminal, I would start our agent. We do that with, I will go one step behind in the directory, and I would start the agent with start.bat, the script. So this would give us a clean command line interface to access our agent. I will start with a generic prompt. So you can see that it gave a generic description about itself. And next, I will onboard a new user. We would need a policy document. So I'm going to give the name of the policy document. We have provided the sample in our Git repository. So it's there in the policy folder. So I'm going to copy the name of that. And I will tell to give access to groups, and finally access to an application that we have predefined on our Entra ID. So before confirming this prompt or the request, I will first show you how our Entra ID looks like. So we go to our Entra ID. So right now, this is our Entra ID. And if I refresh, you can see that we have no additional users. There's no user named test user. So let's go ahead and confirm this request to the agent. And along the way, the agent might prompt us for certain confirmations like this. So let's confirm it. All right, so this step shows that the policy agent has reviewed the policy document and extracted the relevant constraints. So let's say proceed again. Now you can see that the agent is using the Azure MCP server on the left-hand side. You can see that a number of requests are being sent to the Azure MCP server. Right, so let's wait until this is completed. So the agent makes calls to the Microsoft Graph API, and it might take a bit of time. Right, so it says that it has completed, and it was unable to assign a certain license, but it's all right. So let's look at the Entra ID. We go and refresh. Okay, so you can see that there is a user. A user has been created, which we wanted, and you can see that it has been given access to an application as well. All right, now let's go and uh, let's try to remove this user. All right, so this prompts an approval request. So this shows how we use a long-running process, so human in the loop processes in our agent solution. And here we try to simulate a scenario in the real world if we had something like the Teams app. If the agent had access to the Teams app, the agent would send this request to a Teams channel or a Teams chat and ask approval from a manager or from a higher authority. So we are simulating that scenario here using local text files. So if you look at the folder structure, so we have the incoming folder and outgoing folder, and the incoming folder simulates the messages that are sent by the agent. If you go inside, yeah, we can see there's an approvals folder, and inside that, all right. So there's this deletion request confirmation is being it is being requested by the agent. So what we would do is in this simulation scenario, we would copy the name of this file, and you would go to the outgoing folder, which simulates our outgoing messages. We'll create a file with the same name, and inside that, let's say not approved, and let's say over. So this is more like a syntactical thing that we defined to us kind of standardize our communication with the agent. So let's close this and let's go and let's say check no. So all these only simulates this Teams chat scenario, uh, which would be replaced by actual Teams chats if we had more time. So it says that the request to delete test user was not approved. Let's go again to the outgoing messages, and now let's say we approve the request, save it, and all right, so it says it was deleted. Let's check it in our Entra ID. Let's go to users and let's refresh. Right now we can see it has been removed. So it was successful. Now let's check the remote agent to agent protocol, or how our agent can connect to a remote agent. So there can be remote agents in, for example, in different branches of the same company, which might have different Active Directories or different architectures. There can be many scenarios. We are just kind of imagining such a scenario where we have a remote agent, and we are going to start it by start using this script, and it opens a local host running server which simulates our remote agent. Right, so now we are going to see if we can execute commands on this remote server using A2A protocol. All right. So to do that, I'm going to first show you this users.json file. So this is kind of like a local database on the remote branch, and they have their different architecture, let's say in a hypothetical scenario, and they have two users, Adam Smith and Eve Doe. So I'm going to change the role of Adam Smith from admin to something else. So to do that, I'm going to use our main agent on our side, and I'm going to say I would like to make in an intern. Let's do that on branch B. I would be a bit more specific, right? Right now, the remote branch is being received the request. Right now, it says it was changed. We can see it is actually changed to intern. All right, so that pretty much covers the basic functionality. And we also have uh, certain other functionalities like changing the access to different applications or changing passwords, which is already included in our server, the MCP toolset for our Azure or Entra ID, which you can play around it. So that's it for this short demonstration. Thank you very much for uh, paying attention. Have a good day.